is 1. If there is no common factor, then f of mn can be written as fm into fn. If this is satisfied by some function, then that function is said to be multiplicative. So once we know that a function is multiplicative, we can use this result. Multiplicative means f of mn will be same as fm into fn. We can separate the function. Okay. Hence, image of the product is equal to product of the images. Okay. Whenever GCD of mn is 1. Okay. And one result that we can use, this tau, sigma and phi, all these three functions are multiplicative. Okay. They are always multiplicative. So we don't require the proof. These are done in number theory courses. We require the result. For the Olympiads, we don't need the proof of this, but we need this property. Okay. That phi is a multiplicative function. So whenever you will get expressions like phi of say a large number, say x multiplied with another number y, and it is given that x and y are GCD of x and y is 1. Immediately you can write it as phi x into phi y. Okay. Because phi is multiplicative. So we need to know this. That this tau sigma, it's very easy to evaluate. You know? We have expression. Once you get the canonical form, the expression is ready. So the result is tau, sigma and phi are multiplicative. So if you have this, so can you tell me what is if P is prime, then what is phi of P? If P is a prime number, then what is phi of P? Phi of P means number of positive integers less than or equal to P which are relatively prime to P. So what will be phi of P if P is a prime number? Exactly P minus 1, because every number less than P is relatively prime to P. P is a prime number. Okay. It is not divisible by any other number. Okay. So GCD of P with any other number less than it is always 1. Okay. So what are those numbers? 1, 2, 3 up to P minus 1. GCD of P with itself, that is not 1, that is P. Okay. So phi of P is not P, it is P minus 1. Okay. Up to P minus 1, every number here is relatively prime. Okay. So phi of P is exactly P minus 1. Okay. Right. So what will be phi of? So if P and Q are prime, okay. So what will be phi of say 91? What will be phi of 91? Can you try? Phi of 91. Yeah, so 91 is not prime, so we cannot write directly 90, but we can write it as a product of primes. This 91 can be written as 7 into 13. No? But we already have this result that phi is a multiplicative function. So whenever 7 and 13, so these two are having GCD 1, there is no common factor, so I can always separate it. This can be written as phi of 7 multiplied with phi of 13. Okay. So what is phi of 7? It is 7 is a prime number, so phi of 7 is 6. Okay. And 13 is a prime number, phi of 13 is 12. So 6 into 12 is 70. So phi of 91 is exactly 70. Okay. That way. Okay. What will be phi of say 243? Phi of 243. What is this? So you try to factorize. Okay. What is 243? It is 3 to the power 5. Okay. And we have this result. Phi is a multiplicative function. Okay. So here you see it's 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay. So I can always write this one as phi of 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay. Into 3. Okay. Now can I separate? Wait for the word me. GCD. What is the GCD? So the question is, if p is a prime number, what is phi of p to the power k? It is not here. You cannot means the up to now whatever I have done, from there you cannot say anything here. Okay. If it is 3 squared also, then also it is difficult. 3 squared, here also I cannot write phi of 3 into 3. Okay. Here GCD of 3 and 3 is not 1, so I cannot use that part. Okay. Multiplicative general they use for the word. Okay. So the question is, if p is prime, then what is phi of p to the power, say n? Now say first of all let us concentrate on p square. Okay. If p is prime, what is p square? Phi of p square. देखो तो एक idea लगा. Phi of p square, it is the set of it is the number of all those positive integers less than or equal to p square which are relatively prime to p square. Okay. So how many such numbers are there? Can you find out? How many numbers are there which are less than or equal to p square and relatively prime to p square? So what are the numbers which are less than or equal to p square? 1, 2, 3, p minus 1. Next is p. Then p plus 1, p plus 2, like that. Next what? So after some stage you will get something like twice p. P plus 1, p plus 2, p plus 3, p plus p. You will get at some stage you will get something like p plus p. So there is actually twice p. P plus p means twice p. Okay. Then what are the other numbers? What are the other numbers here? So after you get p, so it's twice p plus 1, twice p plus 2. Okay. Up to after some stage you will get 3p. Okay. That way, ultimately, where will you stop? 2p, 1p, 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p. Then after some stage you should be able to get pp. Okay. Say p is 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. This is 1p. 3 is actually 1p. Then 4, 5, 6. 6 is actually twice p. Then 7, 8, 9. 9 is what? 9 is 3p. 3p is again same as p square. Okay. So after some stage you should get pp. Okay. So now tell me how many numbers are there from that to this. After some stage you are getting something like pp. So all these numbers are less than or equal to p square. There is no other number. Okay. So how many numbers are there from 1 to p square? How many? P square. P square numbers are there. Okay. Out of all these numbers, the total number of numbers here is p square. Okay. So the total number of numbers here is p square. Okay. But out of all these numbers, which numbers are divisible here? Which numbers divide p? 1 divides p. Okay. Up to p minus 1 there is no other number which divides p. But p divides p. Okay. So ekta by p plus 1 it doesn't divide, p plus 2 doesn't divide, but twice p divides. After p, the next number which divides p is twice p. Okay, between p and twice p there is no other number which divides p. Okay, because the first multiple of p is p, second multiple of p is what? Twice p. Third multiple of p is 3p. Okay, pth multiple is pp, and p square. Okay, so this number is not relatively prime to p. Okay. 1 divides, but it is relatively prime. P is not relatively prime. 2p is not relatively prime. Then 3p is not relatively prime, and pp is not relatively prime. So how many are there which are not relatively prime to p square? How many are there? मुझे cross mark को हटा boys ये. How many cross marks I have placed? 1 p lage ekta, 2 p lage ekta, 3 p lage ekta, p lage ekta. How many cross marks? Exactly p cross marks. No? So out of these p square numbers, there are exactly p numbers which are not relatively prime to p. Everything else is relatively which are not relatively prime to p square. Okay. Everything else is relatively prime to p square. Okay. So it has to be number of integers less than or equal to p square relatively prime to p square is p square minus p. Okay. So for phi of p square, if p is a prime, phi of p square is p square minus p. Okay. So what did you get? Phi of p is actually p minus 1. Phi of p square is p square minus p. What will be phi of p cube? Same idea. What will be phi of p cube? What is phi of p cube? So total how many are there up to p cube? P cube numbers are there. Out of those numbers, which are the multiples of p? P twice p, 3p, 4p, pp, then p square p. So there are exactly p square multiples of p. Okay. So this is exactly p cube minus p square. Okay. Similarly, what is phi of p to the power 4? It will be p to the power 4 minus p. There are exactly p cube multiples of p. Everything else is relatively prime to p to the power 4. Okay. Right? Because the only possible divisors of p to the power 4 are 1, p, twice p, 3p, 4p, like that. Okay. These are the not divisors, sorry, only possible numbers which are not relatively prime to p are the multiples of p. Okay, nothing else. So in general, actually, this is phi of p to the power n is same as p to the power n minus p to the power n minus 1. This is the general formula. Okay. So I can always write this one as p to the power n minus 1 multiplied with p minus 1. Okay. And how can you write this again? What is p minus 1? What is p minus 1? P is a prime number. What is p minus 1? Just now we have done it. Ekdam first level. P minus 1 is actually phi of. Okay. So the relation is phi of p to the power n is same as p to the power n minus 1 into phi of p. Right. Now we can do that problem. Phi of 243 is what? It is phi of 3 to the power 5, and this can be written as what? 3 to the power 5 minus 1 into phi of 3. So what is that? 3 to the power 4 is 81. 81 multiplied with phi of 3 is what? 2. 3 is a prime number, so phi of 3 is 3 minus 1. So it is 2, 160. Phi of 243 is 160. Like that. Clear? So these properties are very important. Number theoretic functions. Okay. So I'll give you some problems here. Try to think on this. Just write that. So that there are no positive integers. So that there are no positive integers. So that there are no positive integers. Satisfying for the integers and satisfying sigma of n equal to 10. There is no positive integers for which sigma of n equal to 10. one. Another one, try to think. Find the form of all positive integers n for which tau of n equal to 10. Okay. What is tau? Tau is the number of positive integers. Okay. That means you have to find what type of integers, or how will those integers look like. The integers, those who have only 10 positive divisors. Okay, how will they look like? So there are infinitely many integers which you have to find the form of all positive integers and for which tau of n equal to 10. And what is the smallest positive integer for which? What is the smallest n such that tau of n equal to 10. You have to find out the smallest number which has exactly 10 positive divisors. Okay. Good. So you try to think about this too. Tomorrow we'll